This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Samsung Nexus S 4G on Sprint. Now, this phone's no stranger to anybody. It came out first in January as a T-Mobile phone, just a straight Nexus S, not 4G, with HSDPA 3G on it, and Sprint's version adds WiMAX. Somehow they managed to fit a WiMAX radio in there. I know when the T-Mobile version came out in January, they said there was no room even for HSPA+. They got creative apparently in a couple of months. Other than that, this phone is pretty much identical to the Nexus S that's been out for a while now. You've got the interesting curved display over here, which feels nice against your face. Very pretty phone, but very shiny black, and it doesn't look pretty for long because it picks up fingerprints like crazy, but it's a nice looking phone, and the curves feel really good in hand too. You've got your power button over here, typical for Samsungs. And your micro USB port and your headphone jack are on the bottom. Volume controls on the side over here. And nothing up top. Got the 5 megapixel camera on the back with an LED flash, and there's your speaker grill. And on the front we have a video chat camera as well, and Sprint has their own custom version of Quick that you can download to do video chatting with other folks who are using Quick. Of course you can try other solutions too, but from my original Nexus S, I can tell you that some of them work better than others, and Quick is probably one of your better solutions for this phone. You've got capacitive touch buttons here and a Super AMOLED display. Not Super AMOLED Plus, it's the original Super AMOLED, which is still a beautiful display, 800 by 480 pixels. It's a 1 gigahertz Hummingbird CPU. And of course we have EVDO Rev A on here and WiMAX 4G. And if you can see the little symbol up here right now, it's having a hard time getting 4G inside our building. Generally speaking, we do manage to get WiMAX indoors. It's usually pretty weak though, about 1 bar, so this may be a little weaker than usual for getting a WiMAX signal. Outdoors we did manage to get 1 bar of WiMAX, and data speeds were pretty decent at that. This has 16 gigs of internal storage. There is no micro SD card slot, but 16 gigs is enough for probably most people. And it's a very fast performing phone running Android OS 2.3 Gingerbread. This is vanilla Android right here. There are no customizations whatsoever, and that really helps keep the speed up. It's a responsive phone. I can tell you I've loved my Nexus S since it came out because it's just very fast and reliable, and I expect the same from this. You have all the standard Google applications here, including Google Books, Contacts, YouTube Player, Google Earth is on here. In fact, you're getting a little extra dose of all the Google apps on this one. Google Music, Navigation, Maps, of course, Tags, the voice dialer. Of course, this works with Google Voice. And there are no Sprint customizations. That means no Sprint TV, no Sprint navigation. None of that stuff is here. It's certainly not Sprint ID. So if you're looking for a very pure, clean Google experience, you've got it on this phone. Since this is running Gingerbread, you have Flash Player 10.2 available. And again, right now dual cores are all the rage, but this is a very fast phone, and we found that it handles Flash better than some other single core phones that are on the market right now, and we'll take a look at a flash video so you can see that in action. Here we are visiting our own website. While we're looking at the browser, you can see pinch zooming works just fine. It's very responsive, Super AMOLED display. We'll check out our video review of the Samsung Infuse, a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED Plus Android smartphone on AT&T. Single-core CPUs sometimes have some problems with flash, so we're going to see how this behaves. We do have flash turned on. It's not set to on-demand, so flash banner ads and the like will also load. And scrolling speed remains pretty good. And we're doing this over Wi-Fi, though we had 1 bar of WiMAX that really wasn't enough to get things going smoothly. This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the fairly large Samsung Infuse 4G. Playing fine at 360, and we'll switch to full screen and 480p. Plus means it has a new sub-pixel matrix. It got rid of the pen tile matrix, and that means basically sharper, finer detail and less blooming of colors. It is simply. And we're not moving around much over here, but I can tell you that it's dropping some frames, but it's reasonably watchable. You can see how my hand is ghosting there in the video. So, compared to a dual-core phone, it's, not quite all there for an experience, but it's definitely watchable. And of course, you can always watch mobile YouTube video as well. Since this is a vanilla Android phone, that means you get the basic contacts, calendar, music player. Nothing has been customized or enhanced. The basic threaded messaging application. And again, no third-party apps are on here whatsoever. Voice quality on the phone, really very nice. No background noise. It has a reasonably good DSP, quite loud and clear on both ends. So as a voice phone, we can definitely recommend this. Has a 1500 milliamp battery, but WiMAX has a big impact on battery life. If you leave 4G turned on, you're definitely going to find yourself charging this a lot more than you would the regular Nexus S for GSM networks with just 3G on it. The Nexus S 4G is available now on Sprint for $199 with contract, and if you're looking for a fairly high-end, pure Android experience phone with a bright Super AMOLED display, it's a nice choice, and you do have 4G if you happen to be in a WiMAX area. Just watch out how it's going to eat your battery. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Samsung Nexus S 4G on Sprint.